And it's Isaac Camacho from Accurate Termite and Pest Control. I do a lot of driving around, and I figured I'd take the time to answer a few of the questions that I hear very often. One that's really common, a very common misconception, is that if you do a termite treatment, that you'll cause the termites to move. So I'll give you a couple of examples. We did a job for a senior community, multi-family, lots of units with senior citizens that live in the community, and they had a termite infestation basically throughout. They had small patios, the fences had termites, and they also had a termite infestation in the attics, in the walls, things like that. And when we were a part of the bidding process, they had a few vendors they interviewed individually. One of the vendors that they had interviewed told them that if they removed or treated the fences alone, meaning they didn't do anything for the attics or anything on the interiors, that the termites in the fences would move into the units. And I've actually heard that. It is a common misconception. And another example is when we're tenting a house, you know, you're covering it with a tarp, it looks like a big circus tent. I've heard the neighbors say, oh great, we're gonna get them now. Or sometimes when we do a tenting of a large complex, whether it be apartments, whatever it may be, and they do them a building at a time, people in the next building think that, oh great, we're gonna get them now. And again, that's not true. I've heard that repeated, and I've even heard it by people in my industry repeat that misconception. It's just not true. In California, we're not doing anything that would cause the termites to move. We're not using what would be known as a repellent, whether it be a fumigation or a local treatment, or even if you're removing a fence, like in the first example. If you remove the fence that has termites in it, well, you are going to remove that termite problem. That will not cause them to move into the building. Perhaps what the vendor meant was that if you remove the fence and don't do the interiors, well, you're obviously not going to take care of the problem that's inside. That's obvious. But treating only the fence will not cause the termites in the fence to move. The product will not cause them to move. The product itself will not cause them to swarm in any kind of way. That's true in fumigation as well. A fumigant is released inside of a tent, and it is not a repellent. In fact, it's not even a contact kill. That means that it is very possible for a termite to come in contact with the products that we are using and not die immediately. And that is for safety reasons. That is for reasons that we don't use a lot of highly toxic things in California. That is, so it's just not going to happen. If your neighbor's house is being fumigated, that fumigation will not cause your neighbor's termites to move into your house. It just doesn't happen. However, if you live right next to a house that had a severe enough termite infestation, well, there's a chance that you have a termite infestation as well. If you are apart, or if you're near where termites have swarmed in the past, meaning termites swarmed into your neighbor's house at some point, and it's bad enough that it needs to be fumigated, well, since you're that close in proximity, there's a good chance they've swarmed into your house as well. So you would definitely want to get it checked out. However, the fumigation itself, or even if your neighbor's having local treatment done or wood repairs, whatever the case might be, that's not going to cause the termites to move. But anyways, just be aware, if you are in the proximity of a structure that is being treated, you might have a termite problem yourself, so you would want to just get an inspection done. But if you are next to a building that's being treated, you don't have to necessarily be afraid that you're going to receive a termite infestation that you otherwise wouldn't have. Alright, so anyways, that's it for today. Feel free to send us any questions that you might have here to our Facebook page. I'll try to answer as many as I can along my drives. And any one of you that needs any questions, you feel free to private message us. You can reach us out in LA at 310 Termite or in Orange County at 949 Termite.